Hello, Internet family. Introducing February's 2019, February's Monthly Magic Book Club book. This is one of the ones where if I'm visiting a new friend and I see this sitting on the shelf, I'm like, they know what's up. There are a few like this. A lot of them I've included in the book club over the years that I've done it, but this one's really good. And it's not so much a reader you go straight through, it's a reference book, but it will be worth the purchase. Animal Speak, Ted Andrews. This is the best book that I know of on decoding the animals in your life. So, I'll give you guys an example here. All morning, or gosh, it's not morning anymore. I've been working a lot today. All day, I've heard a frog croaking outside my house. I like frogs. I think they're super cute. I think they're very interesting. There's a really amazing book called The Source Field Investigations that talks about how people have discovered frogs, living frogs, buried in stone, like gajillion years old. I know that's not the technical term, but really old. I mean, completely surrounded by stone, and they were still alive. Usually they looked a little different because they're from a bygone age, but they would apparently clear off the membrane around their mouth and nose, and they would just hop away. Okay, so let's have an example. So this is the page on frogs. There are 3 sections in this book. There's reptile totems, bird totems. Oh, actually 4. Reptile totems, bird totems, animal totems, and insect totems. There's reading signs and omens in nature, the mystery and magic of predator and prey, awakening to your spirit totems. What else? The spiritual and magical roles of nature, symbols in the natural world. Oh, it's just a really good book. Okay, so what do we have to say about the frogs, Ted? This is what Ted thinks of frogs. I have not read this in a long time. I've looked at frogs before, but it's been a while, so I don't know what I'm about to read. But it feels definitely relevant for me because I've been listening to this adorable frog croaking, and I guess for you watching this video since it's coming to you this way. Okay. The frog is our most recognizable amphibian. Though often confused with toads, there is a distinct difference. Frogs are associated with water, while toads are always found on dry land. Frogs have a smooth surface, and toads have a bumpy skin surface. Toads also have glands, parotoid, on the side of the head, which makes a thick mucus that is poisonous. Frogs do not. Frogs have an ancient mythology about them. Being amphibians with links to the water and the land, they are often associated with the magic of both elements. One of my favorite spots is where the water meets land. Obviously, you guys see me there all the time. This also links them to the lore of fairies and elves. I'm just finishing my Meeting the Fairies course right now, so that's perfect. Many shamanic societies, especially North and South American, link the frog with rain and control of the weather. Its voice is said to call forth the rain. Oh, there's Lily. Hello. Because of its connection to the water, it is also linked to lunar energies. The moon moves the tides of waters upon the planet, and those goddesses associated with the moon. The frog was an animal attributed to the Egyptian goddess Herit, who assisted Isis in her ritual for resurrecting Osiris. Good friend. Frogs have been known to be heralds of abundance and fertility, especially since in their polywog state they resemble the male spermatozoa. I don't know if I've said that whole long word before. This is also due to the fact that after rains, a great number of frogs come up to dry land and feed on insects and worms who have come out of the rain-soaked land. It is also associated with fertility, for rain makes things grow. Even as adults, frogs remain semi-aquatic. They live in damp areas. They need water and all that is associated with it symbolically or otherwise. There is a little retention pond about a 2-minute walk away from my house, so I wonder if he came down from up there. If frog has hopped into your life, you may need to get in touch with the water element. I'll make sure I go to the beach today. It may reflect that there are new rains coming, or that you need to call some new rains forth. Maybe the old waters are becoming dirty and stagnant. Frog can teach you how to clean them up. Nice. Emotions are often associated with water. Individuals with frog totems are very sensitive to the emotional states of others. I know a lot of y'all feel that. and seem to know instinctively how to act and what to say. They know how to be sincerely sympathetic. Maybe we'll plug compassion in there. Frog holds the knowledge of weather and how to control it. Frog medicine can bring rains for every purpose, to cleanse, to heal, to help things grow, to flood, to stir. Its energies can be used to bring light showers or downpours for most any purpose. The call of the frog is the call of the waters. The spring and summer are the times when frog's voice is strongest. Perfect, because it's Imbolc weekend. These are its power times. Its call serves a variety of functions. It calls mates to it. It also serves as a release call for non-receptive females. It defines its territory and it warns of predators. The frog is a totem of metamorphosis. It is a symbol of coming into one's own creative power. It changes from an egg to a pollywog to a frog. Even after it becomes a frog, it lives close to and spends much time in the water. It always has contact with the creative force out of which it came. Usually frog people have strong ties to their own mothers. I love my mama. This connection to water should also serve as a reminder to those with this totem. Are you becoming too mundane? Are you becoming mired in the mud of your day-to-day life? Are you needing to dive into some fresh creative water? Are those around you? Are you feeling waterlogged, becoming bogged down, or drowning in emotions? Frogs are keenly tuned to sound. Over each ear canal is a round membrane, a tympanic organ, which enables them to recognize and respond to certain sounds and their locations. Science has known for a long time that water is one of the best conductors of sound. This sensitivity to sound should be developed by frog people. Their taste in music will probably not run mainstream, but they can learn to use their voice to stir the emotions and to call for the rains or change the climatic conditions of their own lives. And that's it on frogs. What did you learn? Hope that was useful. Are you in a time of metamorphosis? Do you need to take a little bit of time off? I just finished Starseed Wilding 2 days ago. It's been 8 years in the making. That's a whole other thing coming, but it's coming out 2/2/2. You might be able to pre-order it before then. I'll record another video about it, but for me, that's definitely metamorphic. Also, I'm only here in the Pacific Northwest for another week before I go back down to Southern California. So definitely feeling the metamorphosis. Right now I'm in the middle of a bunch of calls I have for my goddess mentorship, the Living Temple series this month. So definitely feeling the metamorphosis vibes, definitely feeling the evolution vibes, and of course being connected to water because I can see water right there out my window and I go out down to the beach just about every day, sometimes more than once a day. Sending you guys so much love, so many blessings. Get this book. It will be really fun to use it as a reference over the month to see what animals mean what in your life when they show up. Animal Speak, The Spiritual and Magical Powers of Creatures Great and Small by Ted Andrews. Very highly recommended. Let me know if you have it. We're going to read it in February. Love you guys. Bye.